Let's check out this cheap blade putter. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just picked this up. It's a bullet putter, and this one is actually the BL2. Now, I actually have the BL1 as well. I will compare them here in a second, but I just want to show you what this $35 putter looks like. Now, first of all, it is a matte black, and it looks pretty nice. It's a blade style, but it's actually pretty wide. I would call that about 1.5 inches wide, which is going to give you kind of a nice big flat sole. You can see there it's painted red, and it kind of has an anodized aluminum look to it, but it's just a paint. And everything is cast in there, so it's got a nice look. The bullet logo is right there. It's not quite as sharp as like a milled putter. You can definitely see more of the rounded edges. You can see the grooves that are cast into the face there. They're color filled, which is kind of nice. And otherwise, it's a pretty standard looking putter. Now, the one reason I got this, the white markings on the top. So you can see right there, we have straight white lines with a center red line. And I just like the fact that they aren't angled like the BL1. And so you're going to get a nice, obvious line to your target on it. But you can see here how it's tapered a little bit front to back. Offset hosel, steel shaft, and the bullet grip, which is really tacky. I really like these. It's not as thick as some of the Odysseys and the really thick grips, but it's pretty nice. And at 35 inches, it's a pretty standard putter length. Now let's do a quick comparison between the BL1 and the BL2. Obviously, these are brothers and sisters. Now, the BL1 has these cutouts here, which is going to help distribute the weight to the toe and the heel here, which is going to give you a little bit more forgiveness generally. This one is almost about the same size, but obviously it has no cutouts inside there. The other big difference, and this is what I was talking about, is that the lines here are more of a trapezoidal shape on the BL1 than they are on the BL2. You obviously don't get as much either because they have the holes right there. So I liked the big broad lines here. Again, that's just going to help me visually line it up to my target, which is really nice. We also have a line here on the top of the blade as opposed to just this little dot. Otherwise, they seem about the same, and I think it's just a little bit more about preference. Now, how does it strike the ball? Now, one of the big reasons that I think guys stick with these blade style putters as opposed to the larger mallet or hammer style putters is that they tend to be a little lighter, and so you just get a little bit more feel with them. You can do a little bit more of the delicate work on the green than you can with the mallets. You know, really one of the things that I've really hated about the really big heavy putters is that even the little gimme putts, you know, the 2 feet, 3 feet putts, are actually putts that you really have to line up with those big headed putters because there's so much weight. You really got to make sure that you get them on the right track. With these, you can just kind of give it a little tap and you can put the ball right where you want. Now I'm putting out of the rough here because I'm not on the green, but everything about this says to me that this is going to be a putter that has a decent amount of feel. You can actually get, obviously, much thinner blade style old school putters that are going to be lighter and even transmit more feel through the putter. But I think this is a great balance between the really large heads where I get really nice lines to line up my ball to the hole, but I also don't give up a lot of that feel. So if you want to pick up this putter, you definitely can do it because it is not expensive. This little bullet putter is one of the cheapest ones I could find, and I think it is pretty nice. At 35 bucks, I think I would buy it all day long. I'll put a link to it in the description. Peter Von Panda, out.